What's going on, guys? Today we are going over the Tester Metal update, the June update, dropping alongside Season 9. We have a few things to look forward to alongside the events. Season 9, some enhancements to the scoreboard, corpse highlighting, and they're saying much more to the game that they're adding. So of the events, they're starting to highlight Can You Compete? Saying join forces with the Gladiators of Steel and test your metal against an army of Rust Eagle robots across 3 rounds of combat at the Metal Dome in the Savage Divide. The Metal Dome was updated not terribly long ago, and now we'll be able to take part in those events over there. We have its Gulper season. You're cordially invited to the Moonshine Jamboree at the Sunday Brothers Cabin. It's saying fend off an onslaught of Gulpers, harvest their venom, and then raise a glass of Meyer Magic Moonshine. Goodbye, Super Mutants. Gear up to hand-deliver an eviction notice to a horde of super mutants who recently overtook a settler outpost near Foundation. Prepare for a tough fight, and don't forget to defend the Rad Scrubber. So keep an eye out for 2 different things. Fend off anything attacking the Rad Scrubber. Super mutants will read more on that shortly. Conquer Dread Island. Also, we have the Season 9 scoreboard kicking off. Heart of Steel, a Dread Island tale. There are Fallout First enhancements as well. We'll get into that shortly. And they're saying easily spot some fallen foes with the corpse highlight feature. Saying dive into 3 new public events, and we'll have Test Your Metal, Moonshine Jamboree, and Eviction Notice to be looking forward to. And I'm very happy to see this. It says, please note, we're temporarily adjusted public event selection until June 28th, so that you'll have more opportunities to try our 3 newest public events over the next 2 weeks. I think that's pretty good. We were saying that if these events weren't weighted in such a way that we may not run them at all. Always very critical when we're trying to run certain events. And even when the occasional challenge that pops up that says run Rad Rumble 3 times, that's happened in the past, that's a laugh because sometimes it's hard to even run it that many times in a week if you're trying. So after the 28th, let's see what that turns into, but we'll have the next 2 weeks to run that. And it's saying every hour at the top of the hour, one of these events will be selected. At 20 and 40 minutes after the hour, one event will be selected at random from the full public event pool, which includes our newest 3. So it is possible to get, let's say, Test Your Metal and then one of the other 2 right after, or maybe a Rad Rumble, other things that, we may be looking forward to running. And then again, it's saying after June 28th, public events will resume being selected completely at random. So we will see how many events we have to choose from. Will we run more of these, which of them will be our favorites, and which ones we'll be looking forward to the most. Test Your Metal in the arena. The Brotherhood of Steel have uncovered that a group of Blood Eagles calling themselves the Rust Eagles have been stockpiling spare robot parts to construct an army of combat bots. Concerned about the threat this may pose to Appalachia, Scribe Valdez recently sent a field team to investigate, and now you can join forces with the Gladiators of Steel in a fierce contest to survive against the robots inside the Rust Eagle arena. Alright. So we'll also have to keep an eye out for this popping up north of Fort Atlas in the Savage Divide. We'll talk to the initiate over there to start the event, saying once you join the 3 members of the Brotherhood field team, and then you'll be going up against the Rust Eagles deadly machines. 3 rounds of frenzied combat. Looking for some loot, some XP, and a chance to pick up rare rewards, including plans to craft the new Botsmith armor set. I have yet to see what this looks like. And then it's saying keep a lookout for the Golden Eyebot to make an appearance. Do your best to take it down to claim an added bounty of caps. Interesting. Alright. And then also make sure to defend teammates, all that good stuff. Higher that your chances to earn rare rewards. Going on to deliver an eviction notice. The settlers at Foundation have been working to expand their territory by setting up a new encampment within a nearby blast crater. They even managed to engineer a solution to the crater's immense radiation levels by inventing a machine known as a rad scrubber. And we will have to be defending that. But as we do go on, there's going to be a band of super mutants that we're going to have to be taking care of, it looks like. And then when this does pop up on the map, it's going to be east of Foundation. We're going to have to keep an eye out for that. So not just let's say Rad Rumble. You're thinking of like defending the different not necessarily ore collectors, but the four not scrubbers, but each of them have their different tasks, and you know, I'm thinking of that kind of event where you have to keep an eye on not just the different hordes that you're going to be fighting off, but I have yet to see this event. I'm curious to see what this is going to be about. You have to activate the rad scrubber within the crater and prepare for a fight, saying. Yeah, and then rad levels will increase if you are not repairing this. Also making me think of like, not necessarily uranium fever, but maybe it's going to be something similar to that where you have those machines, and then if they break, instead of just being inactive, they start to damage you. Yeah, and then again, in terms of certain events, it's like, okay, you'll have people focusing on defense, other people focusing on attacking things. And it's saying we'll have, again, some loot to look forward to. This one will allow us to earn Settler Faction reputation and a chance to receive one of 6 unique 3-star legendary weapons. So add some of those to our collection. Join the Moonshine Jamboree. You're invited to join in on the Moonshine Jamboree at the Sunday Brothers Cabin. It's tragic what befell the Sunday Boys, but their devotion to mixing up the finest moonshine in all of Appalachia lives on with the Moonshiner Ned, their trusty handy bot. There's just one problem. Myra Magic Moonshine's key ingredient is Gulper Venom, which Ned can't acquire alone. And then that's already making me think of other events where robots are leading you around, maybe asking you to collect certain things that they can't necessarily acquire. Not too far from that event, if you're thinking of maybe collecting honey and other things like that. But we're going to be helping Ned over here at the Sunday Brothers Cabin. After starting that over there, saying take down gulpers and collect as much acidic gulper venom as you can. Pour it as directed by Moonshiner Ned into nearby bathtub so that it can be used to serve up a fresh batch of moonshine. Make sure to defend the 3 stills located around the cabin grounds. If they get destroyed, the party will be ruined. Oh no, can't have that. If you manage to deposit 30 acidic gulper venom in time, the stills remain intact and the jamboree will be a roaring success. And then it's saying the most I guess you can get is 60. And then we'll be able to get Raider Faction reputation, some loot, an all-new Gulper Smacker melee weapon, and a few bottles of Gulper Shine, which you can drink to increase the Gulper Smacker's damage. Interesting. I'm intrigued now. Do the event, continue doing the event, and then eventually have the ability to do the event more efficiently. Going back, I am kind of interested that now you're getting Settler Faction reputation for eviction notice. For this one, you're getting, you know, the Moonshine Jamboree, and you have an opportunity to get reputation again, but now for the opposite faction. I like that this has kind of been rolled into the events. I don't know if they would expand on other events in the future. Like if they would make, let's say, Uranium Fever help settlers. Mind you, that might not make sense, but hear me out for a second. So now that we're getting reputation, for myself, I've already got max, let's say, ally with the Raiders and the Settlers on 2 different characters. I tried doing as much of those as I could simultaneously. Got all that stuff done, and then in the end, my main character never did it. My main character is almost level 900, and for the longest time, I've just kind of said, okay, well, once you know what you can get, you might not want necessarily too much from either side, or you don't necessarily need it. Well, now I'm going to be forced to level up just by completing this. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, but over time it's going to take my character from being not even neutral with either party, and then working its way to unlocking more rewards over time. So just kind of like a passive way to unlock more rewards. I think that's an interesting way to go about that. So I'm all for that, again, between these 2 events. So now let's see how many times they actually spawn. Over the next couple weeks, though, it'll be pretty good because you'll get a nice little boost. So between Eviction Notice and Moonshine Jamboree. Noted. Okay, so we have Season 9's new scoreboard, bringing new rewards and more. We are getting the Fallout First enhancements. So it's saying unlock score boosts. Fallout First members can claim 3 new score boost rewards at 15, 50, and 75, which increases the score they earn from challenges for the rest of the season by 5%, 10%, and another 10%, respectively. Please note, boosts count towards the challenge's base score rewards, and it's good that they're laying this out so you understand that it does not work with multiplying other bonus effects such as double score weekends and things like that. For example, if you unlocked 3 score boosts and then you completed a challenge for 100 score, you'll earn a total of 125. If you complete that same challenge during the double score weekend, you'll earn its base value of 100, plus 100 more due to the event, and then 25 from the boost for the 225. Again, I like that they're just plainly kind of laying it out so there's no confusion. We have an issue when it comes to additive and multiplicative things, you know. And then it's saying complete bonus challenges. Members can also earn even more scored by completing Fallout First bonus challenges, which will appear as daily or weekly challenges alongside the existing lineup in the challenge menu. So we'll keep an eye out for that, get some more of those done, and go even further in the scoreboard. Last season, well, just let's say this morning before the new season swapped over, I was sure to claim whatever leftover scoreboard stuff I had to claim. I hit 165 in the scoreboard. It's as far as I've gone. My kind of logic is if I put the same amount of effort in this season, I should be able to get a lot more. Again, if I'm getting 25% more from then on out, that should add up nicely. And then also we have the pirate radio kind of going on for the fresh radio plays. You'll be able to have now 6 new radio plays, and then that'll continue to follow up with the story that's going on Dread Island. The next one we got is spot fallen foes more easily with corpse highlighting. You just dropped a legendary feral ghoul, but wait, where's its body? Was it over there? No? Perhaps it's over here. We've all been there before, and you know, luckily that we have this. We did get the quality of life update that gives us area looting, but at the same time, if you're only killing something that wandered off by itself and you can't find it, then you might not have another corpse to loot. Again, depending on where certain things end up, if the body disappears or something like that, we'll be able to actually have an easier time finding it. And then it's also saying you'll be able to find its final resting place, and then you can grab its loot, go on, you know, about your day. You'll be able to go into the display tab settings to turn this on, and then if you want to turn it off, as well you can. And then it's saying after hovering your crosshairs over the corpse to view their quick inventory or inspecting the corpse by viewing their full inventory. Got it. Alright, so you can also toggle things like that too. Pretty interested in all these critical hit adjustments that they've brought in, but for the additional changes and improvements, critical hit damage bonuses are now all additive, and we've increased the bonuses from a wide variety of sources to help in terms of compensate for this change. Now, better critical perk cards is going to be a pretty big one as well. Bonuses per card now is going to be changed from plus 20, 30, 40 to 50, 75, 100 respectively. Now that's going to have a pretty good impact on DPS as well. Standard receiver mods bonuses are increased from 68% to 100%. Auto receiver mods 36 to 50. It's good to see some of these bonuses here. Overdrive bonuses increased from 15 to 30. Eagle Eyes mutations, and some of this is getting buffed. Magazines, Firecracker Berry Juice, some of these other things you can fix up as well are getting modified, all for the better. And then all magazine affecting per weapon type criticals are also getting a bonus, and that's also significant. So for some bug fixes, the art has been fixed on a few different things. I'm not going to go directly through all of these. If you want to pause the video or even check the article itself, I'll have that available in the description. Of these that I'm looking at right now, emotes and all that kind of crack me up. It's like, okay, no longer causes the player to become stuck. I've had a couple different things happen, but sometimes it leads to some funny moments, so at least those are fixed. Nothing too crazy. I think the power armor bugs that may pop up visually may still be there. I'm not seeing any fixes for that. I saw a few people asking if that was going to be fixed. We'll see. Okay, and then things aren't going to be clipping, other issues. Okay, that's good. Camps and workshops. A few different things here as well. Good to see that characters can no longer clip into the water park sign. There you go. Yeah, that was, I'm sure, a huge problem. But again, some other things here if you want to check that out. I'm more interested in the combat. These are going to impact us for the better, absolutely. Starting off with stealth. Firing a silenced weapon while in stealth no longer causes nearby enemies to instantly detect the player. So anybody running just about like any XP run, or if you're fighting different mobs, you may notice that even if you go into, let's say, a West Tech by yourself, all let's say fully sneaked out, and you go in and then you shoot one enemy, even if you drop that one enemy, somehow other enemies may be alerted. So this is awesome. You can continue your bonus and keep going through and maintaining whatever multipliers you're going to get from sneaking like that. We have VATS getting a lot of different things here, but it says fix an issue in VATS. Critical hits that were not guaranteed to strike the target. It wasn't anything too crazy, at least from what I noticed. I every once in a while would notice that I would try to hit something and then it wouldn't count from like a distance. Somehow, even with the VATS crit, it would miss, and it's not supposed to, so that's good that that got fixed. And then it says fix an issue that could cause VATS to randomly close while firing at an enemy with clear line of sight. I think some of that also had something to do with like terrain. I don't even know if like bushes and other things like that would get in between you and an enemy. Even if you didn't see it being a problem, I guess VATS was seeing as it a problem. So I guess that is now fixing maybe that issue. VATS no longer randomly closes while targeting certain robotic enemies. And then firing explosive weapons in VATS no longer causes duplicate damage numbers to appear. Okay. So I'm not sure if those duplicate damage numbers were actually doing anything or if it was just a visual glitch. Firing missile launchers now correctly progresses the crit meter as well. Exiting a world with a Pro Snap camera deluxe equipped no longer prevents the player from opening VATS after joining a new world. Had no idea. That's good that was fixed. And then players no longer can target disarmed mines using VATS. And we do have some other updates here between enemies, events, and quests. I'm not going to go over these, but definitely double check them, go over them. Going on to Fallout Worlds, for those that are interested. Custom Worlds fixed an issue in which characters that were linked to a shared custom world could still join that world after the owner had deleted it. Interesting. I'm not sure if that was just like data floating around, if that person was still able to jump in, even though it was deleted. Still saved on their servers or something? No idea. Item getting a bunch of different fixes between armor, backpacks here, fix some exploits. That's always good, right? Food and drink, some more power armor stuff. Going down to legendary weapons. The lucky legendary weapon effect now correctly provides its 15% bonus to crit hit meters fill rate. That's good. Cursed prefix now properly appears. People may have just had pickaxes and all that. Now it'll say like cursed pickaxe and the other ones. There's a few other ones, but again, be sure to double check anything that you may have missed here. Going down to perk cards. Mr. Sandman. The Mr. Sandman perk card no longer provides a different sneak attack bonus when equipped before or after the Covert Ops perk card. Additionally, the sneak attack bonus from Mr. Sandman has been doubled at all ranks. So again, they're making up for their changes. They went to the additive side of things, and now making sure that they buff things in such a way that makes sense, so you still don't fall off on DPS. You're still able to do a good amount of DPS. Crits and even stealth sounds like it's going to be more consistent, and then not as I guess crazy when you're trying to stack multiple perks related to, let's say, stealth and sneak. Fix an issue that could cause the quick hands perk card to trigger more often than intended. And super duper. Fix an issue that could cause the super duper perk card's fanfare to play even though the perk hadn't triggered. Yeah, I've had that happen in the past too. Wasn't too intrusive or anything crazy, so that's fine. Sound, UI, and then at the end of the day, there you go, some more pathing things. Address the number of locations where the players could become stuck. But again, there was a few different things that I skipped over. Make sure that you go over them. I do want to just shout again, we have some new events to look forward to. And then if you are looking to, you know, spot fallen foes a little bit more easier, that's a nice little quality of life thing they've added. We have the new Season 9 scoreboard to grind out. Again, if I put the same amount of effort this season as I did last season, I'm very curious to see how far I can go. And then if we also have some additional challenges to do, if you are a Fallout First member, again, you can go even further than that. For those interested in seeing what you can get past 100, I did upload last season's scoreboard. I claimed rank 101 to 150, and then I put a little video on that after claiming those ranks. So if anybody that wants to see what you can get past 100, take a look at that. I can also put that video in the description if anybody wants to look at that. But I do hope you guys are looking forward to this season, looking forward to some of these events. We have the next 2 weeks to grind out these events and see which ones we're looking forward to the most. Again, we're able to grind reputation for settlers, for raiders. We're able to get other new legendaries, other plans that we're going to get in circulation from these events. So I'm looking forward to it. Honestly, I would love to get more things soon. The Pit comes out in September. Would have loved for something like that to show up now. I'm going to be critical to say I can't wait to see what the next update brings, but we're going to continue to grind out the season together on our Twitch stream. And if you are, let's say, part of the YouTube community over here and want to join us over there, come through. I'll have, again, links in the video description. So keep an eye out for more videos being uploaded soon. Check out some new, let's say, 76 content and other things I'm going to be posting as well. highlights from previous streams. But until next time, keep an eye out again. You all take it easy and have a good one.